Hey guys, another week, another game dev vlog, and this week we have made a bit more progress on Everybody Adds Universe, but a lot of it has been slowed down because we keep running into various compatibility issues between browsers with the way that we're doing the user interface, and just other glitches in general. So most of the issues are due to the fact that we're using HTML elements for the user interface, and while that does have some benefits like being able to leverage the layout systems that you normally use on a web page, once you start doing things like upscaling the game when you go in full screen, things start to get a bit weird because you start to run into various rendering issues in certain browsers. Surprisingly enough, the least problematic browser is my main browser, Firefox. Chrome has been quite problematic. Edge has its own issues, so yeah, we got a lot of stuff to figure out. We are making progress. The graphics team is working on more stuff. Anyway, the main thing that I wanted to talk about was what I'm doing with my game, NoMore. Now, in case you don't know what that is, it's a game that I made for the Ludum Dare Game Jam last time around, so I made it in 3 days. It's a simple little puzzle game mixed with a lot of story elements, and it's all based around a fake operating system. It wasn't the most polished, it didn't have much in the lines of sound, but overall, it was a very interesting little game. And what I've been wanting to do is a proper game built around the idea of what that was. But I've been struggling with a few different aspects of that. And that's both to do with what the game should really be to be a successful game, as well as how it fits in with my next projects and with Everybody Adds Universe and all that. So the next thing that I'm going to be working on is going to be Extraction, and that is going to be a larger paid release. It's going to be my first time trying to do something like that, and I want to be able to start on it as soon as possible. So if I'm going to be working on a new version of NoMore, it has to be something that I get done quick and won't get in the way of the next projects. So then as far as what NoMore really should be, well, there's a few issues there. First of all, the original game was highly based around the desktop environment, and that is definitely fun to play with for people like me. But the thing is, the average player isn't there for that. They just want a fun little game more along the lines of what the puzzles are in that game. And the puzzles are the reason why I was wanting to do a proper game out of it to begin with, because they have the best potential for being able to make a successful game. So inevitably the main focus of the game has to be on the puzzles, and the desktop environment really doesn't add much to that. The other issue is the story, because the original story was mostly just to try to fit something with the theme of the Game Jam, which was your life is currency, and the story that I had in my game just barely fit that. It was based around the idea of some large company collecting data, working with world governments and social media platforms to create this massive database that basically allows them to track what every person is doing at any given moment, and what you're doing in the game is trying to take them down, or at least deal a blow to them to show other people that they are not invincible. It was an alright story. It was a little overreaching, and it wasn't necessarily the best execution, but the biggest thing is it just kind of felt a little forced, and really it didn't add much to the main gameplay of the puzzles and stuff. So honestly, to keep the game small, if I'm going to be doing this game, I really shouldn't worry about having a fake desktop environment or a story, much if at all. And essentially I just need to focus on the puzzles and just make a game that's a simple little puzzle game. And I think that is the kind of thing I can get done pretty quickly. I think it can do pretty well, and that's basically the main constraints. It's something that I want to make sure is very good and an interesting little experience, but I can't really afford to spend a lot of time on it, because as I said, I need to work on Everybody Adds Universe, and I need to get to Extraction really soon, because that's going to be a big, ambitious project. I know I haven't quite discussed the specifics of what all that will entail, but I just need time on that project. So if I'm going to make this game NoMore, I need to do it as quick as possible. And also, if it's not going to be based around a lot of things that it was, it's probably not going to be called NoMore anymore. I need to figure out another name for it, but that'll come soon enough. So anyway, I guess that is going to have to be it for today. So as always, if you want to thank my contributors over on Patreon, it really is a massive help. If you want to check it out for yourself, the link is down in the description below. And of course, I want to thank the Everybody Adds patrons as well. So yeah, I'll see you around. Goodbye.